Hi everyone, in today's world we use lots and lots of chair. I have seen so many people, and when we ask people that what do you do, then they say that they're sitting at the work all the time. And if I ask them what they do when they come home, when they come home they are using the vehicles to sit. Even if they are traveling, they are using the vehicles, and when they come home they are so tired that they again sit. We are sitting like so many hours of a day, and the rest of the time we are lying down. So how much are you walking and moving around? And because we are sitting and lying down, the rest of the time, maybe if you are going for workout, it will be all standing and moving certain muscles and joints in only certain ways. So it is known as sedentary active individual, where you are doing workout for 1 hour and sitting for a whole day. Initially, long time back, when the furniture was not invented, we were all sitting and squatting all the time, all the way down and up, and moving our body in different ways. Our hip joint is a ball and socket joint, so that we can move in rotational fashion, we can cross this, and we can move forward and backward. The more we move our hip, the fluid flow in this, the fluid pressure, the meridians, all these things work a lot better. Hips and pelvis also holds lots of emotion. So if you're sitting whole day, what happens that you are sitting on the glutes and the hamstrings whole day. After a while you start hunching, so your psoas muscle here is also compressed and tightened. Your breathing muscle here is also lengthened and tightened from here, and organs don't get movement. So if you're sitting whole day and you're slouching, there is no movement of the organs, no changing in the pressure, and there is pressure build up around the pelvic floor, around the diaphragm, and also around this, because eventually you will be hunching like that. So to bring everything back to normal, we need to squat every day as much as possible. So squat, when we say to people, what people do is, okay, they are doing squat few times in a day, maybe 150 squats a day with the weights. The more you move, as in, this squat, or maybe this. So different way when we squat, what happens that when we get up from a squat, we are pushing against the gravity. And when we are pushing against the gravity pushes us back, and all these muscles, calf, your shin muscles, your glutes, your hamstring, your quads, and your core muscles, everything gets engaged. All the blood rushes in this. There is fluid balance, there is mineral balance, just because of the squat. All the fascial maneuvers which I do is the lower body when we do a squat. It increases the pressure from this zone and travels the pressure up. So when you use your squat in certain maneuvers or day-to-day activity, we relieve the pressure from one zone to the other, so that it makes changes and pressure changes in different zones of the body. So how many times would you be squatting? So if you're squatting only this much throughout the day, or maybe these exercises, that is just a weighted squat, as in you did the exercises. What I mean by squat is doing movement in this way, maybe 30 times in a day. Every hour, you do a couple of times going down. You stretch this area, You also bring fresh blood supply. When your hip moves in different directions, your big toe and your arch and your ankle also moves in different directions. But if your hip moves only in this direction with the chair, there is hardly any movement in the toe and the ankle, and your knee starts moving more compared to your hip. That's where all the damage happens in the knee joint and also neck. Because if you're unable to squat properly, or if you start using your hands because you're sitting on your glutes all the time, your glutes forget how they work. It is known as gluteal amnesia. So when people, what they do is, when getting up from the chair, knowingly, unknowingly, they start using, even if they have good muscles, they start using their hands. Eventually, when they grow older, they mostly use the hands on the railings while going up and down the stairs, getting up from the floor, or even if they fall, they don't know how to get up. So, to come back from the falls and come up, you need to know how to squat.